To all the people who say that unless it was physical or sexual abuse, it's not a big deal, and all these people who are adults now, they need to just get over it, I have one simple thing to say, and it's just this. Over 30 plus years, I have been counseling a lot of people, many of whom have been victims of domestic violence when they were children, okay? Physical and sexual. But as so often happens, that physical and or sexual violence or abuse is accompanied by a lot of verbal and emotional stuff. Either it's the vomiting of verbal crap onto the child, or it's the withholding of that, or it's just big energy, or it's the withdrawing of energy, or it's the withdrawing of warmth and so forth. It's oftentimes the stuff that gets said. It's not always conveyed with a fist. And so what I'll ask them is one simple question. I'll say, which for you, to these people who have endured it in childhood and now are still recovering from it well into adulthood, is I'll ask the simple question, which was worse for you? The physical abuse or all the stuff that was said and not said and withheld and so forth, verbally and emotionally, and invariably, almost without exception, with only the rarest of exceptions, 99.99% of the time, they will say that it is the verbal and emotional stuff that is far worse. And you know what's most interesting? They almost all say the exact same thing when I ask them why. And they say, because the physical wounds heal. Not always the case, but most times that is their response. The physical wounds heal, which implies they are still at 40, 50, 60, 70, even into their 80s, dealing with the things that were said and not said, and the energies and the fears that were created in them as a child. So to you saying, just get over it, you're asking them to get over what is very often worse than the very things that you say are credible, the physical abuse. Yet that stuff that is often worse would never be seen as abuse in any court in the land. So the question is, who are you hurting with your words, with how you are treating them emotionally? And maybe you're even doing it still, because it doesn't just stop in childhood. A lot of people are still enduring parents, still acting that way into their 40s, 50s, 60s, etc. Who are you hurting? And who hurt you? And at what point in your life do you have the courage to finally go deep inside and slay those demons, to heal it so that you are no longer afflicted by the BS messages you were taught to believe about yourself? And this is precisely why I wrote my book, There's a Hole in My Love Cup. Slay your demons.